So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a special video again here on my digital board. And today, I want to discuss how to specifically see a certain theme, a certain situation within a birth chart. And right at the right time, my screen goes out. So, the question here is this, because this creates a lot of anxiety and confusion, okay, amongst people who are wanting to learn astrology. People who have been learning astrology, but still, they're just confused by the cluster of information that is out there. So today we're going to take the subject of mother and you. Somebody came to you, gave their chart. How will you look at themes of the mother's life, mother's impact on this individual? Okay, that's what we're going to be looking at. Now, why did I say this brings a bit of an anxiety in a people's chart? Well, in astrology, okay, we have several themes that represents the mother and everything else. Okay, so themes of mother are what? Moon, right? That's the significator of the mother. Then, fourth from the moon. So that's one, that's two. Moon, the mother. Fourth from the moon is the mother. Fourth house, mother. Okay. Fourth lord is the mother. Then MK, Matrikarka, planet with the fourth highest degree in your birth chart, which also represents the mother. Matrikarka is the person that nourishes you. Either the mother or like the mother, in case the mother is absent. So in case the mother is absent, the Matrikarka then represents the individual who will give you that same affection in your life. It could be a neighbor. That's Matrikarka. Then let's make it a little bit more complicated for you, because that's the problem we're trying to solve. Padha of the fourth house. And I'll show you how to find the Padha of the fourth house. You look at the fourth house, wherever the fourth lord is away from the fourth house, you count that many places from that planet, that becomes the Padha of the fourth house. If fourth lord is in the fourth house, then the fourth house is your Padha of the fourth house. Simple. And this particular theme of understanding this concept, in a way, is kind of like calculus. I don't know what level you're at, okay? But if you know anything about calculus, what is calculus? If you know, this is the basic calculus equation. And especially even, this represents the area that you are trying to calculate. Area, that the sum of the area. Okay, so this is like the function and this is the sum. So you want to calculate from point A to point B. And sometimes this dx is over dy as well, especially when you're looking at the velocity and the speed and all of those things. But especially in this thing, and the thing is, I'm learning calculus for my girls, learning fractions, calculus online. Oh my God, I wish I had some of these teachers online when I was high school. I would have been gone to Stanford or something. I would have gotten math like that, because now I'm getting math like this, So if you know the basics of calculus, okay, we're trying to learn about the area of this particular graph. right? Because we're not looking at these triangle shape. We're trying to learn like the base times the height and divided by half, or like rectangular where length times width. This is not astrology. Astrology is not straightforward. Astrology is this wave of pattern, these ups and downs. Okay, so in order to calculate, you won't be making these big blocks to calculate these big chunks. Okay, it has its own method. What you will be doing is you will be calculating these minute, detailed things. Detailed. Look at that. You will detail. That's how many rectangulars you will be calculating to get the area of this, particular thing. Now, of course, enough of math. Let's go back to, Vedic astrology. Here, this is like that calculus equation. Okay? So now, we have this problem. We have this chart, right? How do we solve this chart? So first of all, it's a Capricorn ascendant. Okay, this is the ascendant. Number 10 is the 10th sign, Capricorn, and this is the first house. And you go counterclockwise this way. So first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10, 11, 12. Right? We all know this. Now, Moon is in the ascendant in Saravan Nakshatra. I wrote Saravan, abbreviation. So, first house represents you. Moon is there, which is the mother. Okay. So, with Moon in Saravan Nakshatra shows the mother would have had natural love for singing. Okay. Love for that rhythmic sound, but also love for communication and connecting people. This can also mean mother could have been a salesperson in marketing. This could be a mother was a recruiter who connected the company and the individual together. Mother would be this person if she's a housewife. She'll be the individual where when a neighbor comes and complains about them not being able to fix their kitchen sink because it keeps leaking, mother's be like, I know a person who can help you with this. Here, this is a number, call this person. They'll fix it. I've known this person for a long time. What happened? Mother just connected the plumber with the neighbor. That's the Moon. Then at the same time, Moon is in Capricorn. It's your house. Which means mother will influence your career because Capricorn is the 10th house. Mother will always try to influence your overall life. But here's the difference. Is this influence or is this dictating your life? Is this dictating your life or is this mother influencing your life? Well, here's the thing. If I hide this particular Saturn, mother's influencing you. What do you like that? Saturn is here in the 4th house in Aries. Now mother's going to dictate. 2 reasons why. 1, Saturn aspects the ascendant with the 10th aspect. Because Saturn aspects the 3, 10, 7, and 10 places from itself. So 1, 2, 3, 6th house. 4, 5, 6, 7. 7th aspect is on the 10th house. And 8, 9, 10. 10th aspect is on the ascendant. Okay. So these are the aspects of Saturn. And because Saturn looks at Moon, okay, Saturn looks at Moon, naturally bring this melancholy, this sadness within a person's life when it comes to feeling that nourishment from the mother. That's 1A. Think of it as 1A with the nourishment. Number 2, mother dictates your career because of this Saturn aspect. Saturn is very cold nature, very dry and bleak. Mother is very like tunnel vision, one-sided, conservative, orthodox in her way about what you need to do. But 1B is the fact that Saturn is fourth from the moon. Remember these equations? Fourth from the moon is Saturn, and 1C, Saturn is in the fourth house. Not only fourth from the moon, not only fourth from the moon, but fourth from the ascendant as well. And it's debilitated. It's debilitated. It's in its fall. So here, one thing we see, lack of nourishment, one will feel. Dryness, bleakness from the mother. This strictness from the mother comes. But also shows, because it's in Aries, mother deals with her health. Mother would have dealt with situations that made her pretty much do rigorous work. Made her feel like this slave to her environment. Made her feel like this servant of her, orthodox environment, whatever environment she grew up in. Okay. Maybe she had to help you and the whole family escape from one place, one country to another, and she had to deal with so much stress. She could not give you that time. And that also deteriorated her health. And because moon represents the mind, our happiness, and fourth from the moon is also happiness, it's also the fourth house. It shows that one feels this absence, this emptiness when it comes to their nest of their mother. The bird's not there. It's just the chick, the little bird. Okay, now, fourth lord, right? Fourth lord is Mars, sitting in the 11th house in Scorpio. Venus from the 5th house aspects, okay, Mars. 11th house represents elder sibling, large organizations, societies, committees, okay, dealing with responsibility of an organization. So if you have an elder sibling, and especially let's say it's a brother, a male figure, mother will devote her entire time transforming the life of the elder sibling. Okay. Her focus goes towards the elder sibling. And because it's Scorpio, it shows not only transformation, but Scorpio represents surprises. One will have to deal with multiple surprises from the mother. And yes, don't think it's going to be bad always, because fourth lord is in the 11th house of gains. Venus, the 10th lord and 5th lord aspects Mars. Okay, so what is happening is that 10th lord aspects your 4th lord Mars, which means mother was very focused on her profession, wanted to be a professional even if she couldn't due to the environment. Okay, mother was very creative because Venus is in the 5th house in Taurus, looking at the 4th lord Mars. Mother also loved the luxuries within the home. Mother is fond of beauty within the home. Mother also focuses on bringing the spouse for the elder sibling. Venus is naturally spouse no matter whose chart it is. Because 4th lord is the Mars, and Venus is directly 7th from itself looking at Mars, mother's focus is on the elder sibling, when also she's mainly also focused towards finding him or her, their spouse. Okay. Then, the other thing we also see, 4th lord is 8th from itself. 4th lord is 8th from itself. So any planet or house any lord that goes 8th from itself deals with the ups and downs of the house that it controls. So naturally, this person and the mother herself will deal with probably surgeries, cuts, broken heart, especially if it's a bit of a modern day mother, grew up in the 70s or even 60s in US, definitely dealt with heartaches of, breakups of relationship. But because the fourth lord is eighth from itself, mother deals with sudden transformation, and especially its Scorpio sign. So suddenly her health is good. Suddenly her health falls down. And Saturn is naturally in the fourth house of the mother. Mother, from the beginning, as soon as you were born, because this is your chart, mother just felt old, aged, grayed, orthodox, conservative, opinionated. That's what Saturn does here. Okay, now let's now let's look at the other thing. Matrikarka. Let's pretend Venus is the Matrikarka. MK. That's the symbolism I'm giving. What this also shows? Well, first of all, it shows mother was beautiful and love for all the Venusian things. Beauty, luxury, arts, fashion. Okay. And we know that Matrikarka receives the aspect of Mars. Mars is a natural fourth lord and 11th lord. So it shows that the mother gains home, property, Matrikarka. Mother will gain property. Mother will fulfill her desires. Mother, will also attain support of the in-laws, because 8th from the 4th house is the representation of the in-laws, looking at Matrikarka, which is Venus. But also the other thing we see, your mother will feed your children. She may not have fed you as much. Your mother will feed the children, bring them gifts. Especially if, let's say, you give birth to a girl, she will bring her jewelries and, fashion accessories. Because of the fact Matrikarka is in the 5th house and it's the sign of Taurus, of sustenance. Mother is going to be there for sustenance, even if it's another sign. Your mother, because it's the Matrikarka, will be involved with your children. If we know that the mother's alive, and if we know that the mother and you have a good relationship. And we'll get to that as well. Now let's go to the other part. Okay. The Pada of the 4th house. So if we look at the 4th house Pada, is we look at where the Lord is gone. Lord is gone 8 places away from itself in the 11th house. So it's 8 places away. Now we count 8 places from that Lord. Okay, so 8 places from Mars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is the Pada of the 6th house. Which first of all shows with the mother you have a prarabdha karma. Especially when it comes to travel communication. Mother her life is about the 6th house of obstacles, struggles, health, debts. And at the same time, Saturn aspects the 6th house along with Mars from its 8th aspect. So we see that the mother's life, the Pada of the 4th, the mother's life, has been nothing but struggle. How can this woman nourish you fully? And this is when you understand this concept, you start to you start to forgive the mother for her shortcomings. You understand why this happened. It's not happened because of the way you were, the way you looked, the way you behaved. Oh no, it has nothing to do with that. It has everything to do with this super science of astrology. Now, like I was showing you with the calculus problem, right? We found the area with this equation. But guess what? This is just the start, right? We filled this, but guess what? Now we see that it's, let's say it's 8 feet deep. Okay, so this whole design is 8 feet in depth. Not only that, there's a funnel here that is an empty space, which means if you were to calculate the area just as a first step, you will miscalculate the fact that its volume is missing this particular area because of this funnel. So then you obviously will have to then go into these derivatives and dx dy. Again, I don't want to get into math. Okay, but then there's these other equation to calculate the depth. Okay. But if we transfer that equation here, okay, what did I do? Okay, so if we transfer that equation here, let's see. Let's pretend that this is D1 chart with red. Okay, because I don't want to make another chart. D1 chart is in red. Now imagine we're looking at D9 chart at the same time. This is going into that depth. This is going to that depth. So in the D9 chart, we see that Saturn is right here in the ascendant, and it's a Vargottama ascendant. Let's just pretend. Mars is here in the D9. So ignore all the planets. Just look at the green planets in Capricorn. Moon is here. Okay. And let's say Venus is here. So how do we judge this? How do we calculate that depth of that area that we saw? Well, first of all, Moon from the birth chart goes 9th from itself, meaning the mother will somehow end up increasing your bhagya, your luck, your fortune somehow. Even you will see stories where a person hated their mother or father so much, both of them didn't want to see him. They never came to their wedding. When the children were born, children grew up, grandchildren grew up. But at the very end, that father who this person didn't have connection for 20, 30 years, probably won $100 million lottery, left 80 million to the son. There will be a bhagya influence upon by the mother. Okay, that's one. Then we see that Saturn finds its strength by being in the sign of Capricorn in the Navamsha, the D9 chart, the heart of the birth chart. So we see because Saturn is in Capricorn, mother will eventually find her way to her stability. And remember, in the birth chart, Saturn aspects Moon with his 10th aspect. 10th aspect is the aspect of career. So, and I told you that already. So it is going to influence that. So mother is very much focused on the career, the profession, the status of this individual. Mars, which is the 4th lord and 11th lord, is exalted in Capricorn. So we see that this mother is going to be giving you a property. You're going to be attaining some property through the mother. If, again, mother's longevity goes to the point where you're ready to buy a house or you're ready to do certain things in your life. Okay. And then Venus is in the 10th house, which is what? MK. Our Matrikarka is in the 10,000 Libra. And so here, mother, naturally we see that is a creative individual, business individual. Saturn aspect on Venus naturally shows becomes a workaholic. And because Venus, the original Matrikarka is in the 5th house in Taurus, goes into the 10,000 Libra, it will also shows your mother will also influence her grandchildren with their career. So you see, it's simple if you know astrology, but it is that calculus problem where you figured out the first step, which is great. Now let's go a little bit complicated. Now, if you want to go even more complicated, right? In this problem, right, we had this depth. And then we had this funnel empty space. And we have to calculate everything here, which we just did with the D9 chart. Think of this as a D9 chart, this as a D1 chart. And this funnel is those little things we need to pay attention to, like, for example, Ashtak Varga. Ashtak Varga of a house, meaning how many points each house is being given. And I don't want to get into that because that's going to become long and complicated. And I know my recorder is going to stop within 15 minutes. So this is what I want to show you. How do you find like mother in you? Same way you will find spouse in you, father in you, guru in you, siblings in you. And I will probably show the rest of this on my KRS vlogs. Okay. Actually, I will, like father and brothers and sisters and children. I will show that on KRS vlogs, where you will also find my compatibility video where I just uploaded yesterday about perfect compatibility between two people. What makes a marriage long lasting? And what gives that instant attraction? You know, when somebody just gives you a hello and you're like, oh my God, I'm in love with this person. What is that alignment? What alignment is happening between their chart and your chart? And also then today, after I finish this video and edit this video, I'm going to be coming back here and showing the dasha, how two dasha system work in horoscope matching of two people. Then I'm going to go next video after that in the combinations that become like boxing match. All right. So you can go to Maga Vedic Astrology Academy. Under the course section, you'll find KRS vlogs, or my website here under course section of KRS vlogs. Otherwise, we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.